Hey dolls! So I have a super exciting video. Judging by the title of it, you obviously know what all this is going to be about. I got an Apple Watch! Finally. I've been wanting one of these things for quite a while now, so I finally got one. It's really awesome. So I got the Series 3 Apple Watch 38mm in the pink sand shade color scheme, gold with pink sand band, I think it was. I believe so. I will go ahead and just put the direct link to it in the description box below so you guys can see which one I have and all of that jazz, and you can compare it to your own if you have one. Today I'm going to be talking all about my Apple Watch. I'm going to be going into a lot of detail for anyone who has been considering getting an Apple Watch or debating on getting one, or has just been curious of how they work and if they're even worth the money or not. So this is going to be a pretty long but very informative video, so if this interests you, feel free to stick around. I'm going to share with you guys just my personal opinion on the watch, reviewing it, kind of walking you guys through how some of the things work. So without further ado, let's get on into this Apple Watch video. Okay, so the very first thing that I'm going to talk about is what the Apple Watch came with. It came with a direction book in a big box, and I've gotten quite a few questions about how to charge the Apple Watch. This is the charger it came with. It is just the traditional USB charger with the adapter. It comes with the adapter, so no need to go out and purchase your own. And then it comes with this little circle thing right here, and this is where you actually set your Apple Watch on. So basically you can see the back of the Apple Watch has this little heart rate monitor thing on it, and that is where you will set it to charge. And just like that, when it is plugged in, it is magnetic, so it stays just like that. As far as customizability with the look of the watch itself, you can see I have a Hello Kitty case on here. You can see it just like pops right off, so there is the watch itself. But I just got this case off of eBay. You can easily find it by typing in Hello Kitty Apple Watch case. 100 results will pop up. They make them in different colors as well, not just pink on pink. And this band I actually purchased separately off of eBay. It is just a basic kind of bubblegum pink silicone band. So as you can see, it is like kind of flimsy and rubbery, just like the band that came on the Apple Watch itself. I'm not going to show you guys the band that came on it because it's basically the exact same thing, except it's just a different color, which you guys can see in the product link down below. But anyway, I'll go ahead and post the links to both of these items down below in case you want to get them. They also have them on AliExpress and Amazon as well. I'm not sure about the Hello Kitty one on Amazon, but I have seen it on AliExpress as well as the pink band. They also have like pastel bands and many different color bands. So as far as customizing your band and all of that stuff, it is very, very simple to do so and pretty affordable for the most part. They also do make traditional watch style watch bands that I will be doing a review video on here very, very shortly. So keep an eye out for that. Once it is out, I will link it right here on the screen, so you guys are more than welcome to go check that video out. Now getting into the watch itself, you can customize your watch face, which is like the lock screen, kind of the main image that pops up when you open up your Apple Watch or you unlock it or you raise your wrist or what have you. I have mine set right now to a picture of Georgette from Oliver & Company, but it's really, really easy to do this. You basically go into your iPhone and whatever image you want to pick, let's say I want to pick one of my dog. So I'll go ahead and show you guys right here. If I wanted to set this as my watch face, this is my dog, Rebel. If I wanted to set this as my watch face, the ratio for an Apple Watch watch face is 4:3 or 3:4, one of the two. So you first want to make sure that your photo is cropped accordingly. So you click Edit, Crop, and then select your ratio of 3:4, and then you can select what is shown and how zoomed in the photo is and all of that stuff. Once you have cropped it, click Done. And then you're going to click this little arrow down here on the bottom left and click use as, or create watch face, not use as wallpaper, create watch face. And this happens after your phone is connected to your Apple Watch and your watch is connected to your phone and all that stuff. So it knows that there is a watch connected to the device, so it knows what to do. So then you can pick whether or not you want like the kaleidoscope view or the regular view. And then in here, I'm not going to go through all of these, but you can select what you want to show below the time or above the time, all that stuff. And once you do that, you can just click add, and it will automatically change your little watch face to whatever image it is that you select, which is really convenient and really cute. I did a video all about creating your own mobile wallpapers, like for your phone, and you can kind of do the same thing when it comes to the Apple Watches, which is really, really cool. So you can kind of make and customize your own little backgrounds if you want. Also, I wanted to show you that there is this really cute pre-programmed watch face in here. It is Minnie Mouse, and I want to show it to you. It just looks like this, and if you click on her,
it's 3:56. Good afternoon.
It will tell you what time it is, which is really cool. Again, you can adjust that in settings so she doesn't speak every time you touch it, but I don't know, I just think being able to customize the watch face itself and the picture that you get to see is so cool. I love that I can change the backgrounds on my phone and stuff like that, and I know a lot of people are going to think like this is such a like simple thing, but to me it's so important to just be able to look at a picture that I really enjoy. It kind of just brightens up my day and puts a smile on my face. So what better way to do that than setting my wallpaper as one of my favorite Disney characters, or my dog, or my fiance, or my family. It's really, really cool. So yes, you can customize your watch face to an extent. You can't necessarily customize the colors of the numbers and letters and everything in the time itself. It kind of just does it automatically. Like if you have a white to pink type shade of wallpaper, it will automatically coordinate the text to a contrasting color so that the letters will stand out. So if you're picking like a dominantly black wallpaper, the letters and text will automatically be whitish. They won't be black, so you don't have to worry about it kind of blending into the background. Okay, now I know that one of the main things that people get asked are, or have questions about, is do I need to take my phone with me if I have my Apple Watch? The answer is yes, unless you spend the extra amount of money and get the Series 3 with the cellular connection. They have one that is just Wi-Fi/GPS, which is the one I have, but then they also have another model which is like X amount of money more, and it comes with cellular capabilities on it. However, that means you have to add it to your data plan or to your cell phone plan and pay like an extra $10 a month to be able to use the cellular feature. So not only do you have to pay more for the device itself, but you have to pay like $10 a month in order to keep it to where you don't have to take your phone with you all over, which I take my phone all over with me anyway because this does not really have a camera on it. So I love taking pictures with my phone and having the ability to get on Safari and Google things that I need to, and unfortunately Apple Watches don't have that ability. So I take my phone with me everywhere I go, so I don't feel the need to pay extra for the cellular connection or the cellular model. With that being said, you can mirror all of your notifications that you receive on your iPhone to your Apple Watch. You can select which ones of these applications send notifications and which ones don't, and all of that stuff within the Watch app on your iPhone. You can select and go through all of the settings there. I'm not going to get too much into it, but yes, pretty much if I get a notification on Twitter on my phone, it will mirror onto my watch as long as my watch is attached to my wrist. If my watch isn't on my wrist and it's just like sitting across the room, it's going to alert my phone first and foremost. If my watch is attached to my wrist, it will alert both, but my phone won't really make any noise or show that it has a notification. It will automatically go to the watch first. You can also sync your messages, your calls, your texts, all of your social media apps, all of that stuff can be synced over. So if someone leaves a comment on my YouTube video, boom, I can see what video it was and I can see what the comment is on my watch. However, I cannot go watch a YouTube video on my watch. I cannot browse Google on my watch. I cannot do many things that you normally would do on an iPhone or an iPad or a computer, you can't do with the watch. So that is the one downfall of the watch. That is a lot of the reason that many people don't sacrifice the money and go ahead and cave in and buy it, because you can't really actually leave the house without your phone if you're expecting to be able to Google something immediately, or, you know, things like that. Now you can access your GPS maps like Google Maps. You can check the weather. You can do many different things on here. And they do make some apps through the Apple Watch App Store for you to be able to download, such as being able to tweet, just like kind of like speak, dictate, whatever you want to tweet at the moment, and various things like that. Now, as far as texting and calling goes, I get a lot of questions about this too. How do you make a call? How do you text someone? The other reason why I would always bring my phone with me regardless is because you cannot make calls from your watch. You can only receive them and answer them. Hey guys, it's Amanda from the future. I'm editing this video and I completely and totally lied to you. You can 100% make phone calls from the Apple Watch. You just go into the little phone app, pull up your contacts, whether they be your favorites, recents, or just your contacts in general, and you can 100% make calls. So my apologies for the misinformation. Someone online had told me that you couldn't, or I read somewhere on a forum or something, I believe it was, but I did double check just to make sure, and you can in fact make and receive calls with the Apple Watch. That is the Series 3. I don't know about past models, but yes, you can definitely make and receive calls and text messages with the Apple Watch Series 3, provided it is connected to your iPhone. And if you do not have earbuds, Apple earbuds, you have to answer the phone on speakers so that everyone around you can hear what the conversation is, which I don't really like, because if you're at the grocery store and it's like a super personal phone call, you can't really hear what it is, even if it's like an emergency or something, because if you don't have earbuds, you have to listen to it on speaker. So that's why I really like being able to carry my phone with me, because I can get the alert that I'm getting the phone call and then just grab my phone out of my purse and then answer it that way, and then kind of have my own little private phone call. And again, if you do have Apple earbuds and you have them in your ears when you get a call, it's very convenient. It's because you can pretty much be hands-free when you're at the grocery store or pumping gas at the gas station or just anything like that. It makes it a lot more convenient. So I do like that. Also, text messaging is completely different on the watch. It is such a small screen that there is no room for a keyboard. So basically how texting works is you go in to create or compose a message or just respond to someone, and it gives you options. You can either respond by speaking, so like it uses Siri to kind of dictate your text and transcribe it into letters and just reply that way. But you can also respond through emojis, which is pretty cool. It does have all of the emojis listed on there, but you do have to scroll through a while to be able to find the right one. You can also use the scribble option, and basically how scribble works is you use your finger and you go to write a letter, and then when you are finished with the word that you are trying to write out with your finger, you do one letter at a time, and then you click the space, and then you do start the next letter for the next word, and so on and so forth. I find the scribble option is a pain in the butt. I dislike it a lot because oftentimes my H's get misrepresented as N's, and then it ends up being this huge thing. I always forget to hit the space button. So when I am quickly replying to a text, I either use one of the designated kind of response. They have just examples listed right there, and you can just click one and it'll just send it right off. You can customize these again in your watch app on your iPhone, which is super cool because then you can kind of customize them to yourself rather than it just saying like, on my way. You can have it say something a little bit more custom and cute and have the proper punctuation to how you normally text and spell and all that stuff. So that is really, really cool. But with the scribble, I very much dislike it. I will always either use the quick response, which is just selecting one of the predetermined phrases, or I will speak to text, which is just so much quicker, so much easier. It's just like Siri with your phone, you know, you have to be able to speak to where she can understand you, and boom, just send it off like that. So that is what I do. It's a lot more helpful than the Scribble thing, and it takes way less time. Now, speaking of Siri, the Series 3 does have Siri, so if you press down and hold the crown button on the side, which is this little dial right here, if you press and hold it, that will bring up Siri and it will respond back. It used to be that it would take a while for Siri to be able to respond, but now she responds through voice. It's not just kind of like taking a few minutes and then responding with like a text or something like that. It's actually vocal and it's loud and it's speaker. Again, if you have earbuds in, it'll be through the earbuds. So yes, I do love that this has Siri because it makes it so much easier to set timers and schedule appointments and all that stuff. You can just hold it down and say, hey Siri, remind me at 5 o'clock to give the dog its medicine, you know, and then it'll be like, okay, I'll remind you. And then it'll remind you on not only your watch, but your phone as well. So if you do not have your phone on you, when it comes time, 5 o'clock, whatever, you'll get the alert on your watch, on your wrist, and be like, oh, okay, I gotta do that now. And it's very, very helpful, very convenient. I personally do not use my watch when I am at work because I work at a bakery and I am constantly getting stuff all over my arms and frosting and washing dishes and all that stuff. I just don't want to ruin my watch like immediately after getting it. So I don't use my watch while I'm at work because my job isn't quite fit for it. But I can see that if you were someone working at an office job or waitressing even, or things like that, and you wanted to be able to have your notifications right at your wrist, it's very, very nice. Just please don't ever let it distract you from your job. So yeah, anyway, I do appreciate having the ability to have the notifications at work, but I don't personally do that. So if your job is fit for it, great, do it. That's awesome. Now, as far as emails, you can read your emails, you can archive them, you can dismiss them. It's very, very convenient. I can also view my Verizon app kind of on my watch, which is really cool. It tells me how much data I have left remaining. I can also view my banking information, which is cool. I can see how much money is in my checking, savings. I can check my withdrawals and all that stuff from the watch, which is very, very nice. Of course, with the corresponding app. Not every app that is on your phone is going to have an app on the watch. For example, like photo editing. If you have photo editing apps, you're not going to be able to get those on your watch because the screen is so small. You're not going to be able to do that stuff from your watch. You're going to have to do that on your phone like you usually would. So this is basically just for receiving notifications and responding to them. Basically, that's it. That's basically what this thing is good for, other than also activity. This thing's really cool because, like I said earlier, it does have a heart rate monitor in the back of it, so it can tell you what your heart rate is and things like that. It also does come with pre-programmed apps that are like the activity app and walking apps, so that you can track your activity for the day and it will log how many steps you've taken. So it's kind of like a pedometer that you don't have to download a separate app for. It kind of comes with it. I think it has the health stuff in here too. You also have Apple Pay, so if you are at the store, you can pay Apple Pay if they accept it, all of that stuff. Another thing that I felt really helpful on here is the Shazam app. I'm not going to do a huge in-depth thing about what my favorite features and apps are on the Apple Watch because that's going to be a whole separate video in itself. So I'm just letting you guys know now that Shazam is pretty cool and convenient when you're in the grocery store and there's a song on. You don't have to reach for your phone and open up the app and all that stuff. You can kind of just push the simple button on your watch. It'll listen to it, tell you who sings it, and it is so simple and easy. I love it. Okay, anyway, yeah, I'm not going to talk to you guys about like what my ultimate favorite features are and stuff. In this video, I'll post a completely separate video about that. So if you want to see that, please like this video so I know that you are interested in seeing that, what my favorite features are and stuff of the Apple Watch. Also, when you go to the app screen, you can completely and totally adjust the layout of all of your apps, so you can totally customize it. Again, all within the Watch app on your iPhone. You can also like order an Uber. You can call an Uber to come and pick you up from your watch, which is awesome. I also fly Delta when I usually travel, so I have the Fly Delta app on here so that I can see when my travel times are, when boarding times and all that stuff are. I have not used that feature yet, but I am very excited to in the future when I do travel. Facebook Messenger, all of that stuff. So yes, it is very cool, very convenient. I love the simplicity of it, but at the same time it's very nice to be able to have my notifications on my wrist and not have to worry about having my phone right next to me. This is great for moms or dads if you are super busy, like cleaning the house or cooking for the family or whatever, and you have babies or kids or anything like that, and you have to be kind of by your phone or set timers while you're cooking and all that stuff, but you don't have your phone on you. It's super nice to have this on your wrist. So if you're like cooking and you get a text message from your husband and he's out coming home from work and he's asking you if he wants him to pick up anything at the store, you can just respond right then and there. You don't have to go fish and find your phone. Another thing that I absolutely love about this that I am gonna feature in my favorite features video is the ping my iPhone option. Basically, if you're on the main clock home screen, you can swipe up and there is this little iPhone button with the little vibrate lines. And how this works is no matter if your phone is on silent, do not disturb, whatever, if you push that button, it's gonna ping your phone. So if you don't know where your phone is or you lost it, you can just push the button and it will make that a loud beeping noise wherever, whenever, so you can easily find your phone. Also, there is the option like Find My iPhone, there is Find My Apple Watch, which you can access through the Watch app of your iPhone. So if you've lost your Apple Watch, it does have like the GPS feature on it or whatever, so you can easily locate it as well. Anyway, I think there's also like a silent mode, airplane mode, all of that stuff. I'm not going to touch too much into other features because I don't want to give away like all my favorite things in this video, because this isn't a favorite features video. But like there's even a little flashlight and cool stuff. But overall, do I think that an Apple Watch is worth the money? If you feel that you are someone who can benefit from it, being at like an office job or somewhere where you cannot have your phone on you but still need to receive texts, calls, etc. from family, I definitely say it is a good investment. Especially if you're someone who goes to the gym and works out and does all that stuff. This is great for someone who is very active and wants to work out and not have to take their phone with them everywhere all the time. Now, as for like the average person like me, who I am a YouTuber, but I also go to a daily work job, and like I said, my line of work, I work in a kitchen, so it's not necessarily like the best thing to have while I'm at work. So for someone like me, I don't see that it is as practical as it could be as like, you know, a mother or someone who's going to like a 9-to-5 sit-down job or, you know, just various things like that. I think that this is all going to depend on your own personal lifestyle and whether or not you feel like committing to the purchase. And I definitely don't recommend this for someone who is in school, just for the simple fact that it is going to be a distraction. If you are big into social media and you have like every social media account on your phone, like Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, and you're constantly getting notifications from that on your phone as normal, getting those notifications on your watch will be completely and totally distracting like crazy. But again, remember that you can actually change which apps mirror the notifications on your watch, meaning you can select which ones send notifications to only your watch or only your iPhone, etc. So you can select it to where you don't receive any Instagram notifications on your watch, but you'll still get them on your phone. You just won't see them on your watch. So it's not as distracting, it's not as much of a nuisance, and you can kind of check the lesser important notifications later when you get home or when you grab your phone out of your bag or whatever. So that is really cool. I really appreciate that. It is good for students in the fact that it does have a few options for like you can check currency rates, which is really cool, depending on where you're traveling and things like that. The one thing I don't see on here is a calculator. I haven't seen a calculator app on here pre-programmed. Maybe I'll have to look into that. I have not seen that in here. But it is really helpful, like I said, being able to do your banking and all that stuff. Also, if you are a student and you feel that it's cool to get it, but you just don't want to use it at school, cool. Just do what I do. Just don't use your watch when you're at work or school, and then pick it up when you get off and go walk around and do your thing. I just got an Instagram notification. Also, I don't believe that you can change any of the ringer sounds. I looked into it and I can't find an option anywhere, so if you know how to do that, let me know down below, please and thank you. And anyway, I don't know, I don't want to get too much off on a tangent, and I don't want this video to be too crazy long, but I wanted it to be pretty detailed and informative for you guys. Basically, just factor in your own personal lifestyle, and if you feel it's for you, get it. If you don't, don't. Let me know down below if you yourself have an Apple Watch, which Apple Watch you have, and how you feel about it. What are your favorite features that you use on yours? What are your favorite little accessories or bands that you've gotten, and all that stuff, all your Apple Watch tidbits and tips and tricks and all that. Leave it down below. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go, and I will talk to you all in my next video. So until then, so long, stay strong, stay true, and be you. All right, bye!